can't stay in my feet. What I'm gonna do if I really want to? But you know, baby, break my mind empty. But you have the key, so open my place, my place. I can't stay in my feet. What I'm gonna do if I really want to? But you know, baby, break my mind, break my mind. So open my place, my mind. So please, my mind. So open my place, my mind. But you know, baby. You know, baby.
You're the ghost in my nightmares. I see your face when I drink. You know I'd be down bad if you wasn't next to me. Long drives with the roof off, those were the days. How you gonna break my heart and get away? So what if I can't be perfect for you? I'm drowning most nights, cause you're no longer mine. Drew hearts on my window, passing Jesse. It feels so weird, not having you here. Who you gonna love when I'm gone? What you gonna do with the distance? Who you gonna call when I'm lonely? Who you gonna love when I'm gone? What you gonna do with the distance? Who you gonna call when I'm lonely? Who you gonna love when I'm gone? Friend's house and you gave me back your keys. I wonder if you miss me. Did it really have to end? It's really hard to let you go, cause I can't see you again. So what if I can't be perfect for you? I'm drowning most nights, cause you're no longer mine. Drew hearts on my window, passing Jesse. It feels so weird, not having you here. Who you gonna love when I'm gone?
Hi, everybody. How you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. It's hump day. It's the middle of the week, but I am feeling pretty hyped being here because it's another Rocket League day for me at Post. I was vibing to the music. Some of this, free stream music, pretty good. But you know what? Anyways, I'm Chixxa. How are you guys doing? I hope you're just feeling good. I'm feeling pretty good. Of course, today is a ECAC Rocket League day for our post-orange and purple teams. Orange will be on the stream tonight. It's going to be our undefeated 6-0 team right now. They've just been winning. They've been doing really great work on the field, and I have everything but the expectation because it's Nazmyth, it's Anonimal, it's not tonight. Kermit will not be joining us. He's away. So we will actually have a sub in Denny, who will be joining Orange team. So huge expectations on the line for Denny to keep this team undefeated. So this is certainly their toughest test yet. Niagara University is their opponent tonight. Schnitzel, Swordbird, and Burning Plays. They are currently 0-6 in ECAC. Granted, they've had some forfeits. They took another team to game 7 last week. Like, there's a lot going on, and the potential there is kind of endless. So they just started their game. We're going to be coming on in. Nazmyth, you guys just missed a goal, so I'll transition as quick as I can. But nonetheless, let's get into this. Let's get excited. Let's also change the team names because we have different teams, different series tonight, all that jazz. But anyways, I hope Orange is doing really well on the field. They're feeling hyped. They're feeling the vibes in particular because Denny, I know he's going to be focusing on trying to keep up with this team's speed, as well as just keeping the communication up as well. Since keeping the communication with your roster is going to be the most vital transition whenever you have a new teammate, pretty much. But as I say, the communication, as I say, all of that on the field, it doesn't matter. Because we have Nazmyth coming out tonight, working really double. I think taking this team on his shoulders in particular. He's been doing wonderfully lately. I've kind of named him, in my opinion, the MVP of the team at times. Carries most of the weight upfield with his pressure, his aggressiveness, his shots, his goals, before scoring both for the team thus far. If I were to give Denny a job tonight, it would really just be feeding Nazmyth as much as possible. Since in my opinion, Nazmyth and Kermit are normally the two more mechanical players on the field, and Anonimal of the three is kind of the more reserved one. Of course, he has his opportunities upfield from time to time, but I'm not seeing him go for flip resets or double taps as often as the other two. So it's definitely a Nazmyth kind of feed the monster sort of night, and it certainly worked out that way thus far. Nazmyth collecting, gets that flip reset I mentioned you about, and he will indeed as well do work with it to get this ball upfield. Denny's shot just a little high. Nazmyth last back, defends himself over that bumper demo, leaves that ball open. Denny calling for it, can't get to it in time. Schnitzel trying to get there. Nazmyth, the beat, shot is blocked off, follow up by Denny. Burning, able to send it upfield, get a clear for Niagara. This one will go towards midfield, pushed away. Denny, flying, missing, Anonimal waiting. Contest for Schnitzel, no, instead Anonimal can get the flick. Third goal for Post Orange, and they do exactly what they need to stay on top of things. Halfway through game number 1, they're up 3-0. They're doing, I think, admirably for, again, the changes that I said this team needed to make tonight. with the fact that they are playing with Denny. And I think for the first time with Denny as well. Anon missing this one, leaves it for Nazmyth. Shot on target, placed so well too, but Schnitzel able to find that save. Anon. This one won't be there. Denny's still there. Nazmyth to come in, tries to again place it snow well, and Schnitzel will get the piece of that ball. More shots coming through. Post Orange staying on the offensive side, and that's exactly where they need to be. Drop down for Nazmyth. Almost falls on it, but cannot do so. Granted, they'll stay on the offensive end, and that's all they need to do to get rid of that time. Good save by Anonimal towards the corner, and I'm really proud of this team right now. Specifically proud of how well they're doing without their normal trio. It really is an adjustment period to find someone, get someone new, work with someone you really haven't worked before. And keep in mind, you know, Nazmyth, Anon, GC2, GC1, Denny, Diamond 3. You know, you're talking about a big skill difference there. But if Denny can still find his place, his positioning, exactly his purpose with the other two on this team, then he will do just fine. Having that skill div doesn't always mean the end of the world. Schnitzel shot goes off all the posts, and Anon saves it as well. Denny transitioning upfield is able to collect and get it off the post, and what a way to go from one end to the other. Great recovery for Post. That's a difficult shot to save, a difficult one to move upfield. Niagara, heartbreaking for them. A miss here too, right off of kickoff. Denny will give himself another one, and he's looking just like he's fitting in with the rest of this team. Great work for Post Orange in game one. I did not expect them to kind of go off with this bang bang finish. If this was the regular roster today, I would have been, oh, easy 4-0. We wake up, we go to sleep real quick. They take their break. But with Denny in, I was like, oh, you know, this might go to game 5, to game 6, game 7, may extend this series further. But I'm feeling really confident. And that just shows the skill, the poise that both Nazmyth and Anon have. Swordbird trying to get a double. This one from Burning off the back wall. Nazmyth looking to collect a field, and those two opportunities for Niagara will not follow through. Schnitzel the pass. Really good recovery on the wave dash there to keep that momentum as well. But I think just out of time is Niagara, and they haven't been able to penalize any of these goals. Swung off the backboard. Nazmyth, the read ball will touch the ground, and game one does indeed go to our Post Eagles. Really good job again by them to do so well on the field. Nazmyth, 8 of the 15 shots for Post, 15 total. Wow, 8 saves as well on the side of Niagara. That is just really incredible work by the team. I am impressed, to say the least. Very impressed. Was not expecting a shutout on the scoreline. Niagara, they look like they have so much potential on the field. The mechanics I certainly see are there for that team. Swordboard would not go for all those double tap reads unless he felt confident in doing so, or else it could be kind of silly. I think as a team, they just needed to rail in that accuracy a little bit better, make sure those opportunities were a little bit more of a sure thing. I think they ended up going for some plays that maybe a bumper demo, something upfield, a little bit more nuisance on the side of the Post Orange defense would have done a lot better. So they have adjustments to make. They now understood what Post is going to bring them, and we'll see in game 2 if Niagara can bounce back a little bit. Transition to the game. We've had about 30 seconds down. No goals just yet, but that is okay. Patience. Good things take time. Anon will take his time here off the backboard. Nazmyth gets the read, and Post Orange will start off with a 1 early on. Great pressure again. Low boost on the side of Niagara. That's why you see Schnitzel there going for that squishy save instead of a regular one. But again, you want to contest and challenge that ball in the air at the contact point of that shot instead of on the ground trying to predict where that shot's going to be placed. Challenge Nazmyth. I understand he's scary. I'd be scared to verse him too. He, though, is just a monster if you let him loose. Burning needs to go into him. Swordbird a little bit too late into him just because the first player was not there pressuring Nazmyth's car. And you know what? If you can't hit the ball that Nazmyth is holding, hit the car. Demo Nazmyth. He is right now taking most of the eyes of the team. They really need to do something on him. And you know what? For my sake of post, I'm pretty happy that he has been continued to kind of let loose. He'll give me a lot more talking points on goals as well because he's just so interesting to watch. But for Niagara's sake, and really for the sake of being competitive, I want them to push Nazmyth into these uncomfortable situations. Really great rotation on the outlet pass there. Great transition. Drop down to Denny. He isn't ready, and that's okay. Denny shoots here. Gets it to the back wall. Schnitzel will keep it up. Anon, the miss. One-on-one situation with Burning, who can't find a touch, and Nazmyth will. He'll stall here in midfield. Good catch. Gets it over one. Can't get it over two. Schnitzel able to send it upfield. Anon. Really good 50 that time. Enough to have teammates back for the rest of them to defend. Nazmyth defending on the skies. Backboard here. Shot will come through. Schnitzel. Great placement, but Denny an even better save for post orange. Denny to send up field, relieves some pressure, but Schnitzel already there. Goes for the double, instead it will go towards the corner. Safe space for posts momentarily. Denny, a huge clear up field. Is anybody back in net? No, that's an open net, and Denny knows where to place it. Post will get their third again halfway through this game. What a way to go. Ooh. Right off kickoff. Anon, everyone else. Really kind of a no man's land ball. Been back and forth for a little bit. Nazmyth, Anon not there. Denny now to come in. Keep that pressure. Almost a bump on Swordbird would have left that ball in target. Anonimal. Almost sneaking that one through, but the pressure continues for post. Nazmyth to midfield. Schnitzel. Good 50 for Anon. Almost looks for a deflection, but Swordbird only can stall for a little bit. Nazmyth gets the initial touch, sends it to Denny, who can finish, and that's what Denny does so well. The one thing is, because he does cast these games like I do, he understands that this team, how they play, how they function, how they rotate on the field. He watches over all the VODs too, so it's easy for him to find his place and get himself also into rotation. Ooh. Little bit of a block there, but to my point is, Denny, although outskilled by maybe his teammates and the opposing team, doesn't look uncomfortable. He's still making such a difference in the field by being in the right place. Again, maybe that jump could have been better, the touch could have been better, but whatever, he got the touch. That's what's important. He was in the correct place at the right time to make that impact, and that's why this team is still doing so well. Niagara trying to find their first goal yet. Have not successfully done so. Trying to just get the pressure on the board. Anonimal. Can't find it. Swordbird looking to pass, but Nazmyth a little deflect towards center field. Schnitzel gets the 50 with Denny, and Anon should be first to this ball. Doesn't have as much boost, but does win the 50. Can't win the second one. Nazmyth there. This one possibly water falling down, but Schnitzel gets the read. Denny off the sidewall. A little bit of a touch, and that's all that's needed to continue the pressure for post. Nazmyth can't find the shot. Denny will follow. Slightly debating the rotation there, but understanding that the pressure is all they need right now. Nazmyth. And this ball staying on the orange half will only do but good things for post. They will take game number 2. A quieter game, but a needed game in this best of 7 series. 8 total shots, half as many as last game for post, but still very much on target and good. Nazmyth credited the first 2, Denny with the second 2. And Niagara still can't find ways to score in the field. I don't know what to tell them. Of course, the 2 shots, they really need more than that to contest post a little bit more. I still think the root of all causes is Nazmyth. If you get him out of the way, you're going to get a lot of that pressure out of the way and hopefully open up some more opportunities for Niagara. And then when it comes down to general rotations for Niagara, they need to find other ways to work with one another. I think they're on top of each other a little bit of the time. A miss or 2 seems to really, frustrate them in a sense. So we'll see if those changes again could be made. Best of 7 series is another ball game instead of a best of 3. There's always so much more time to adapt, to change that play style, to figure out what works against a team. And Post Orange, in this league in particular, in this bracket, is never an easy team to figure out how to beat. Because the fact is they just haven't been beat yet. And even with Denny on the field, it still makes them very difficult to play against. Niagara, though, good sign, has spent a majority of their time in the post half to start this game. There's that little bit of problem I was talking about. No communication there to contest Anonimal, and therefore we'll get some shots off for post. They'll go off all the posts, of course, and instead of in. But that little bit of a mistake, even though there were 2 Niagara players there, allowed us to get some offense in. If our shots were a little bit better placed, they'd be on target, just like that one. Beautiful touch from Anonimal right onto the top of Nazmyth's car, and the doink is there. That's a difficult shot, too, to hit, but he places it so well. The demo coming through late to provide 1 less defender on the side of Niagara. Really good job by Post to start this game with a goal. Always good to keep that momentum from game to game. And Niagara just hasn't created any for themselves. You have to score in Rocket League. That's just the name of the game, and they haven't been scored really yet. Nazmyth shot here. Bumps on Swordbird. Schnitzel looking to send it away. Only Nazmyth waiting. Denny gets a shot. It's a soft shot. Burning able to save, but he'll get a demo. Nazmyth left with an open net. Will shoot it on target, and that's the work that, again, I mentioned from Denny. Anybody of any skill level in this game could demo. It leaves that net open, and Nazmyth, so accurate as ever, will place that ball where needed. Really, really good job for Post, particularly Denny deciding to help in all ways possible to make it easy on the team, even if he doesn't have that mechanic skill level. Niagara, hopefully, able to get out of their half soon. Here's a miss. Naz take over, but Schnitzel is there. Anonimal will keep it up. Nazmyth off the sidewall, beats here, tries to get another one center, and he does find the touch. Nazmyth continuing to impress play after play. Denny gets the pass here to Anon. The shot is too high, but Post staying on the offensive half temporarily. Swordbird. Follow up for Burning, but still Anonimal waiting. Sending upfield to Nazmyth. The pass doesn't find the connection. Schnitzel, if only on target, maybe at an open net. Denny ready. Huge pinch and clear, much needed for Post. Schnitzel, back touch, off target. Burning, will find the angle. Anonimal demoing him just a little late. In Niagara, finding their first goal this series on the breakaway. Denny, good effort but can't find the touch of the ball, and that's okay. That's okay on the side of Post. They need to bounce back now. As for Niagara, hold that momentum. Two very different stories, but we can't let it get to them. Nazmyth, a clear up field. Nobody contesting that. That's an open shot for Denny and an easy one to get in as well. This is also what I'm talking about. Where? Both of you. Get on that ball. You need to contest that ball. There's two of you in that net. There only needs to be one if somebody is not on that ball. Little things like that can affect the game of Rocket League so much. The shot by Denny wasn't anything out of the ordinary. Really basic shot, really well placed over one. Difficult one to save for somebody off the backboard. Really, really great play. And just like that, all the momentum. Damn, Denny, all right. All right, we see you with your squishy save. We see you with the pass upfield. We see you getting that one to Anonimal. I was not expecting that in the least. Denny's been watching too many pros. What a score. What a way to be on the field. I am continuously impressed, to say the least. Nazmyth will find another. Five to 1. On the side of Post. I could just tell if I was in the chat. Normally for our NECC games, I have to be in chat like muted or deafened, and I'll occasionally back and forth like see how the team's doing beforehand and afterwards, and it's all smiles, it's all laughs, it's all good times. I'll ask them, is there anything they want me to say, and they'll joke around a little bit. That's just the general vibe I get from Orange all the time, and it really shows on the field how that camaraderie as a team, how that really happiness and not much frustration goes into their team play, that they are as successful as they are. I know we didn't touch on that other goal, but we've seen so many already. I think at this point, 17 goals for Post, 17 to 1 on goal differential, if I'm counting correctly, something of that nature. So I don't have to touch every single goal because I'm sure there will be plenty more from where that came from. 35 seconds left. Only a little bit left on the field. This one for Swordbird. Where'd you go? You left the ball. Oh no. Oh no. Definitely frustration on the side of Niagara. Just showing through their play right now, through the misses. And, you know, Post taking advantage. Really good shot for Anon here. Will go up towards the skies, rotate his car, drop it just under the bar. Nobody's in net for Niagara. I'd like to know right now in the field, who's your favorite player? I'm seeing Anon in chat. I'm seeing Denny in chat. I have a lot of love for Nazmyth because he's so cracked. Ooh, almost another one for Denny Nazmyth. To Denny, oh no, to flex it up on the goal line. But yeah, I want to know your favorites, who you're liking to see on the field. Take a quick look at the stats before we transition through to me. Looks to be a lot of shots again on the side of Post. 14 total. 14 total. 4 on the side of Niagara. And again, only 3 saves of Post. 7 shots. They, in my opinion, Niagara needs to do a lot more saving of those shots, particularly challenging that ball earlier on, so the shots, again, aren't always on the goal line for saves. And I don't think Post needs to change anything. Clearly, don't fix what isn't broken. If you're going to keep winning, then keep on winning on that respect. Yeah, I don't know. Orange always makes it really hard for me to cast because they just dominate. And they dominate. And they dominate. And all I can do is praise them more and more and more. And then when a day I think they may have a slightly harder time, they don't. They don't. They just don't have a harder time on the field. Granted, I just transitioned you guys into a Schnitzel goal, into a Niagara goal. A little bit of a save or air dribble into the ground. He fakes out 2. He's able to follow up on the 1. So that ends up being an early goal for Niagara. A surprise there as well in that retrospect. Power pitch from Denny, and just like that, post is in. I was not ready. Nazmyth just trying to pressure it with Denny, and they find a triangular pinch between the 3 of them to get the tying goal. And yeah, post is back on it. Also, love the shout outs to Anonimal, to Karamik, who isn't even here today. So that's really cool that there's a lot of love for every different player on the field. Again, shows just how much potential this team has as their normal 3. And today on the field, they are just so unique, so different. But Schnitzel, the card change, working out for Niagara. He gets both their goals. This one, a nice little touch over Nazmyth, as well as Anonimal on the field. He's in that breakout car. Maybe the freestyler car as well. Maybe that's just a little bit of luck Niagara needed in the car change. Sometimes placebo effect in changing your car. You just feel better. Double commit though. This pass out to Schnitzel a little bit late. Nazmyth collecting. I don't think he'll be able to center this. You know what? He doesn't need to center it himself, because he will force the enemy team to on the challenge. The deflection for burning actually will put that ball on target. I don't think it was on target. Orange finding the tangle they need from Nazmyth's car. And keep in mind again, because this is a best of 7 right now, post is on match point. They're looking to get it. Burning shot. Saved away by Nazmyth. Clear upfield. Schnitzel almost putting one on target on his own team. Swordbird finding the save. Theatrics from Niagara. Confusing me. Clear upfield for Schnitzel. Nazmyth. Feels backflip, man. The miss for burning. Denny is there. Tigley's put it down, and they made me quite nervous. Catch for Nazmyth. Quick beat on Swordbird. Trying to go for that ceiling touch. Doesn't have the boost. Denny's shot will go to Nazmyth instead, who falls to the ground. And they find that goal somehow, some way, some land of connection. Just, you know, telepathic. The way that they can fall on the ball like that and make a play together. I was not ready again for a play. What a play. What a shot. What a way to connect Nazmyth to Denny. Denny back to Nazmyth. Almost like a cherry pick goal when you find it that way. Denny up trying to find a shot. This one in midfield isn't a good touch. Denny gets bumped on the way back, and Swordbird will take advantage. They can't get too hyped now, though. Niagara fighting back. And I think it's too early to call this game. Game 4, lots more tension. 3-3 halfway through game number 4. The one at match point for Post Orange. We'll see. Can they find one to gain the lead again? Schnitzel Hitting it off his own corner. Burning able to send it away. Nazmyth towards the center field. Burning able to get it out to Schnitzel, who will shoot it on his own net. Again. Sabotage? That's just not a good touch. I'm as confused as you are. I don't know if they're mad at each other. Like the mental game just isn't there. But that just doesn't look like an accident almost in my opinion. I'm not going to go into it too far. A little bit confused myself, but you know what? Take the goal. We take it. We gain the lead. We'll see if we can continue getting a lead at that. Denny, sidewall, sent down to Nazmyth. Shot saved away by Schnitzel. We'll see if Non can come in and just doesn't have the touch he needs. Hordberg, the sidewall. Trying to get at this one off the back wall. Nazmyth touching away Schnitzel. Back wall touch. Follows it up and instead takes it away from his teammate. I'm not liking the touches Schnitzel is taking in the sense for his team. Just, I think, sloppy, rushed, panicked touches, and they're not going the way that they need to be. You know, demo chasing Nazmyth now, I think that should have been done a little bit earlier because Nazmyth definitely needs somebody on his car. Shot by Anon, saved by Swordbird. Denny to cash to the sidewall, read by Swordbird, trying to find the double, cannot do so. Naz out of boost. It will be contested. Denny is there behind him. Slow to the aerial, but will beat out Swordbird. Anon the 50. Burning to touch here, and Burning will win the 50. 35 seconds left. Pass here. Nazmyth sidewall. Denny to take over. Gets past one. 30 seconds left on the clock. This one passed back to Schnitzel, who will look to get it upfield. Gets the 50 with Nazmyth. Anon patiently waiting back nose to buy time. But I don't know if that was on target. It's off. But followed up by Burning with 14 seconds left. Niagara ties it up. And I was worried. Overextension on the side of Post Orange. They needed to play a little bit more relaxed, a little bit further back. I understand pushing the pressure, but especially not with your normal roster. Don't take chances that are unnecessary. A missed kickoff goal here, and it's put on by the teammate again in panic. Swordbird messing this up. It's originally off, but you could tell Burning actually hits it in before Anon can. I don't know if that would have been in. Another mistake on the side of Niagara. Mistakes really littering the field, an opportunity there. But what? This one, Schnitzel completely 50ing Denny, and with 8 seconds left, Niagara now tied. Back again. What is this game? Number 4. What is happening? Denny wins this one. Nazmyth, a demo. Swordbird to go upfield. Nazmyth. Ball still in the air. We just wanted to touch the ground, and we will get the touch. Overtime. In game number 4. A vital one if Post wants to sweep this series. Swordbird the beat here. Denny is back, sends it upfield. Burning. Denny. Non to the skies, tries to drop it down. It's a waterfall, can't fall on it. Nazmyth can't find the touch. Denny, last back, needs to take some time on this one. Sends it midfield. Swordbird looks to shoot. It's a miss from Nazmyth. And unfortunately, Post will go down in game 4. The series will extend itself to game 5. Wow. I'm kind of shocked, guys. That game was intense. Very intense. Yeah, it's like to evaluate the game, right? Focus, caster, focus. No, I'm just like all these mistakes adding up. Post not taking advantage, but then also at the same time not finding the shots they need, the aggressiveness, maybe getting a little bit too complacent. As I talk about a ton, we won 6-0, 5-0, 6-1, and then a 6-5 game number 4. We lost. I think it just comes down to, again, really reeling in and focusing on the game, not just because the other team is making some really weird plays, getting some mistake touches, and all of that doesn't mean that you also can kind of fall to that same sort of mindset, that same sort of gameplay. So I think that as well needs to kind of, like, let's just calm down a second. Take a deep breath. I need to take a deep breath. I think Post needs to take a deep breath. Niagara as well. Whoa, what a game for you guys. You had some own goals, you had some mistakes, some misses, all of that jazz. Just breathe. Like, we are playing Rocket League today. Let's get back down to the fundamentals. Let's get back up and playing with your team, hyping them up, all of that. So there's a lot going on in the field. And I think maybe this game 4 is kind of a refresh for everyone. We'll see what happens in game number 5, because game 4 was quite a doozy, to say the least. 11 goals. Schnitzel will start it off for Niagara. Denny and Swordburn, kind of in a rule 1, ends up getting out. Nazmyth dribbling from one end of the field to the other, and a pure bliss. Look at this fluidity in the replay. Really great control on that ball to get it center field, and that's an early lead for Post Orange, one that comes with a ton of really hype, in my opinion, and really excitement. Really good play. Schnitzel, shot on target. Denny and Anon will both commit for that. Back towards the opposite end, and Swordbird instead going for the flip reset on his own half. Denny looks to send it upfield to a pass. A little bit too high. Nazmyth back wall to nobody. Swordbird touches actually towards center field, and Anon could take it to the wall where Nazmyth is and wins the 50. Nazmyth looking to go off the back wall. This one up the field, but instead nothing will come of it, and a reset. A little bit too slow of a reset for Niagara, and they will be 50'd. This one passed Anon, and Denny burning kind of passes Nazmyth, but it's in the corner. Schnitzel gets a little bit of a flip reset, touch a soft touch, but no finish there. Swordbird will demo Nazmyth for his efforts, and Anon will go upfield. This ball rolling, and demo on Anon as well. Denny coming through, misses the shot here. Nazmyth towards the back wall. Burning upfield. This one actually on target, and Nazmyth able to save it from behind. Anon not much boost. We'll get the initial touch end of 50. Tries to stay on it. Denny will come on through. Gets this one, but it's not on target. Burning to send it away. Demo from Denny opens up the field. Anon finds the shot. Schnitzel overshoots that ball with his car instead of finding it and taking advantage of that little bit of positioning misplay right there. Don't fake that ball. Anon finding the good shot to get it on in. Second goal for Post Orange. You can see a lot more confidence out of this team. I think they've taken that deep breath that they needed. Anon, sidewall, looking to pass this down, and he does so well. Huge clear for Niagara, but Nazmyth with the time to collect sends it upfield. Looking to send a pass to Anon. Anon, bar down, out, saved by Niagara. And we don't get another goal just yet on the side of Orange. Denny, demo on Burning. Anon's touch a little dangerous, but he will be able to send it away. Schnitzel. Good patience by Nazmyth as a car soars past him. We'll pick up that 100 boost and look to send it center. Shot on, a bouncing one, gets right in front of the first defender and over it. We'll give Post their third goal halfway through game number 5. Luckily, they are doing much better this game. I think, again, they've kind of breathed, reset, refreshed on the field, and let themselves relax back into this game. Denny off the sidewall gets a 50 on Schnitzel. Burning somehow wins this 50, gets this ball towards center field, and Anon waiting off backboard will be able to find the save, falls on it as well to get it upfield. Nazmyth to Anon. I don't know if he'll find a touch here, but instead there is one on the side of Niagara. Denny to finish out, be that third man, collect. I sometimes like to call that third position the janitor because they just clean up that play. Denny doing the work he needs to. Really good shot as well. 4-goal lead for Post in game 5. Denny late to this kickoff. Schnitzel's shot, luckily, off target on kickoff. 2 up, only Burning is back, trying to buy some time for his team. That pinch will not do so, but I think the shot by Anon off target, so will not be another goal for Post. Denny looking center field. Nazmyth there, able to sneak it underneath both Niagara defenders. And I'm feeling pretty confident in this game 5 that Post has made the changes, gotten back to themselves, and gotten back a really good lead this game. Niagara unable to score even after having 6 goals last game. Let's keep in mind our last series game score was 6-5. 6-5. And now it's back to being 5-0. Unsure what happened, what water Niagara drank near them. But they were pumped up. They were doing so well. And it just seems like they've kind of lost that ability to get upfield and challenge again. Nazmyth off the back wall doesn't have any boost. We'll leave it for Denny, who does find at least a demo to keep this ball upfield, and all they have to do is buy another minute of time. Waterfall touch, Anon can finish this one up. 6-goal for Post, and I think this game number 5 is in the bag, in my opinion. I've seen some pretty good heroics in really short periods of time, but 6 goals in a minute just seems like too much of a stretch for me. Was I a little bit scared this game? Absolutely. Was I unsure that at times? Yes. Did I see some of the craziest and most hectic Rocket League in that game 4? Absolutely. Is Post still going to win? Yes. Really good. Really glad that they were able to make an adjustment again. Niagara, unfortunately, a couple of misses and mistakes on the field. Some double commits. This team just not looking like they're communicating as well as they could be. A lot of missed potential. I really do think Niagara is better than their 0-6, 0-7 record coming up. They have the mechanics. It just doesn't look like they maybe have a coach or maybe have that cohesion that they need to. Again, I always love to shout out Atokad, who works really hard with both our orange and purple rosters to make these teams the best version of themselves. And you see those little mistakes get cleaned up all because of it. All just because he's replaying with them, he's watching them, he's giving them the little tips that they need to get on better. And because of that, they just don't make all those mistakes just as often. So Post indeed does win this series in 4-1 fashion. See 11 shots in that last game. Really good score line. But overall, GG's to Niagara. It was a tense game, to say the least. I will come back on real quick, say hello to everybody again, because I felt like a roller coaster this series, for sure. But Post stays undefeated in the ECAC as well as the NECC right now. Even with the sub for Denny and for Karamik this week, they still manage and they take control of this series. Super proud of them, of course, as always. They have just done so well. But yeah, it's me. It's Chixxa. I'll be back on Friday from more Rocket League that day. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, rest of your night. I'm going to be trying to raid the second stream since I believe they have something going on right now. So stay tuned if you want to watch more Post esports games. Of course, we do a lot of the esports at Post. So always check out of a ton of the games that are coming on. But yeah, everybody have a wonderful rest of your night. Keep up the good vibes, and you know what? Just have a wonderful day. I'll see you